SquishyMuffinz, one of the biggest names in Rocket League, was just banned on Twitch due to a DMCA takedown request. Thankfully, his account was reinstated after a couple of hours with instruction to delete all of his offending content. This isn't exactly rare, it is happening all over Twitch and it's happening more and more frequently. But I could be wrong in this, but I think this is the first Rocket League streamer who has been hit with one. So what is DMCA? Why are they taking down our favourite streamers, and what should streamers do to stay safe from them? So since we're on the topic of streaming and DMCA, I'll quickly point out that I stream every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday over on Twitch. And if you want to know more about this or anything Rocket League related, feel free to drop by there and ask some questions in chat. Also, if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons, as it helps out massively with the YouTube algorithm. And as I said in my previous video, I'm in a bit of a race to 10,000 subscribers with some other content creators, so would be a big help. Anyway, DMCA stands for the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and it is a US copyright law implemented in 1998, and it basically protects all copyrighted content. And contrary to somewhat popular opinion, it's not actually a part of the music industry. It represents all copyrighted material, so that goes for films, TV shows, books, even artwork, etc. However, it is the music aspect of copyright law that is currently hitting streamers like SquishyMuffinz and many, many others. For years and years, streamers have been broadcasting whilst listening to copyright music, and not much action has been taken until relatively recently, but man are they clamping down on it now. Squishy's ban on the platform only lasted for about 2 hours, as he was able to appeal this successfully. Presumably this was due to not having any warning prior to the takedown, which, if indeed this was the case, then it would probably mean that the 3 strikes that Twitch requires to take down a channel were all incurred at the same time. And as someone who has stopped by Squishy's streams quite often, every time I have been in there was copyrighted music playing. So now Squishy will need to delete all his content on Twitch that contains copyrighted music. And when I say all his content that contains copyrighted music, that's essentially all his content on his channel. Now, the thing I found most interesting about this ban is that under Twitch's rules, if you are banned on Twitch, you are not allowed to appear on any stream on the platform at all. People like Dr. Disrespect have recently spoken out about this because he missed out on tournament invitations and partnerships, etc. just because of his Twitch-wide ban. So this could have potentially had big implications for Squishy's professional career, given that RLCS is streamed on Twitch. However, from my understanding of this, I think as long as they are not broadcasting any interviews with Squishy and it's purely just his gameplay appearing as part of a team rather than Squishy's personality being broadcast, I think it would be okay. But when it comes to LAN competitions though, I suppose that's where it falls into the grey area, but for now, and hopefully for the foreseeable future, we don't have to worry about that. So the basic reasoning behind the strikes, like the one that Squishy received, is that when you were listening to a song, you only count as one play. So when you are broadcasting said song to thousands of viewers, as someone like SquishyMuffinz can and has been able to pull in, there are that many people listening to a song that only counts as one listener. Businesses and such who wish to play copyrighted music in the background for customers, etc., have to pay for a license in order to do so. Here in the UK, that's a PRS license, and in the US, it's called an ASCAP license, I think. And there are similar things in other countries. Basically, they pay an annual fee to get the rights to play copyrighted music for their customers. These systems and laws were all created before live streaming was ever a thing. And so there is nothing currently in place for streamers to protect themselves whilst they are playing copyrighted music on their streams. So all these streamers playing copyrighted music are breaking federal law. For me personally, I have been using copyright-free music for years on stream, as I knew that if I didn't, my VODs would be muted, and I wanted people to have the ability to go back and watch something in case they missed it. But particularly for those who had like a replay reviewed on stream, which I used to do quite frequently and is still one of my channel point reward things, and I can review any of your replays if you're interested. Just drop by the channel and earn enough points to do that. I also pay a subscription to Epidemic Sound for the music on my YouTube videos, and that protects me against copyright infringement on YouTube. So how DMCA strikes work is that if someone is broadcasting on Twitch, for example, and there is a copyrighted song playing, there is a system that recognizes this content, and then the record label responsible for that music issues a DMCA takedown request. And at that point, Twitch are obligated to remove that content. They have a system in place to try and combat this, and this is why many VODs and stuff will be muted if there is copyrighted music playing in it. But the issue is, Twitch's system for recognizing music is not very good. So a lot of songs get played and go through without their VODs even getting muted. And I think it recognizes less than 10% of all DMCA-able content, if I remember correctly. So a lot of these unmuted VODs are all still very much at risk of DMCA strikes. Twitch have instructed users to delete all their VODs and all their clips that contain copyrighted music to protect yourself, and anyone who has been playing copyrighted music should absolutely take this advice. No matter how big you are as a streamer, you are not immune from any sort of DMCA strike as a smaller streamer, and that is a huge, massive popular misconception. If you have 5 viewers, you are absolutely still at risk of a DMCA strike. Now, the issue with Twitch's guidance is that is now leading to people to believe that they can just delete all their VODs and clips and stop saving new VODs and clips whilst still playing copyrighted music during their live streams. This is also hugely dangerous. The technology is in place to recognize the music during live broadcasts. You absolutely cannot afford to be naive and think that you will be safe by not saving VODs and clips. I've seen numerous streamers talking about this since the Squishy ban, and the main reason I made this video is to get the message out there that this is wrong and you absolutely have to take action now and stop playing copyrighted music. So far, yes, the DMCA strikes that have resulted in these takedowns have come on VODs and clips, but with the system being in place to identify the music during the live streams, the only way to stay completely safe from DMCA on stream, and I cannot stress this enough, is to either use copyright-free music by paying for a subscription service like Epidemic Sound or Monster Cat, etc., or by getting permission from the record labels or independent artists to play their music. Many independent or unsigned artists will be absolutely delighted to have you share the music with the community, so it's definitely worth asking the question. Go find a local band and ask them if they want their music broadcast to however many people you stream to. They'll probably say yes. And if you want a good resource on what risk you are in for DMCA content, I will link an excellent resource list from Devin Nash in the description below, and it contains a number of resources where you can get music that is safe to play on stream, whether it be free or via a paid subscription service, and just details it out into categories of how risky the content that you're currently putting out is from a DMCA strike. There are huge issues with the DMCA laws when it comes to live streaming due to how live streaming works, and something seriously needs to be done to protect people against these, which covers more than deleting your own content. There was a case just a week or two ago on a 2-year-old clip from an IRL streamer who simply just walked past somewhere while streaming which had a Kanye West song playing for just a few seconds, and even that, something completely out with the streamer's control, resulted in a DMCA strike on that streamer's channel. Now that is something that I find completely unacceptable. I'm sure that if that one went through an appeal process, it would not stand up, and I'm pretty certain that would be covered under fair use. But even still, there are games out there that have copyrighted music in them. Those are not safe. If you play Grand Theft Auto or Rock Band on stream, absolutely not safe to stream that content. The music in those games is protected by DMCA, and you cannot broadcast that to multiple people. However, at the end of the day, copyright exists to protect creators, and creators like me should be somewhat thankful for these laws existing. However, there are definitely kinks in the system that need to be ironed out, and Twitch in particular absolutely have to implement some sort of content ID system similar to that of what YouTube and Facebook Gaming have. On YouTube, if you upload a video with copyrighted music, it is immediately flagged saying that you have to remove that content or remove that part of the content which has the copyrighted music in it. And they also have a system in place for live content too, and can mute your live stream immediately. Facebook Gaming, on the other hand, have paid for licensing for all their streaming partners. So if you're a partner, that means you can play copyrighted music without getting DMCA strikes. Well, as long as it's within their range of music that they've paid the licensing for. They also have a little notification system, so if you do play unlicensed music, you get flagged up saying, this is unlicensed, you cannot play this music. These are the kind of systems that Twitch needs to implement. YouTube was almost taken down entirely due to DMCA, and they fixed this by implementing a system like this. So If the people at Twitch do not act on this soon, the whole platform could potentially be taken down, and that is what is truly frightening, as that is a lot of people's whole livelihood. And if you were not diversifying your content on other platforms yet, I think it's probably a good idea to start doing so now. So that's what Twitch need to do right now, but what is needed to help streamers and content creators like myself? Basically, what I think streamers and content creators need is a system to implement similar to what other businesses have, like the PRS and the ASCAP memberships that we mentioned earlier, something that will allow content creators and streamers to pay annual fees to use background music on their streams. Since it's not the primary focus of the stream, there should definitely be some sort of leeway for how many viewers actually count as a listener to the song, just as it is for any business. This, however, will take a very long time to negotiate with the record labels, etc., and we probably won't see anything like that for quite a while, if ever. So I know this isn't what people usually come to my channel for, but I felt like I needed to get this information out there to the Rocket League community so that anyone who streams Rocket League, or any other content for that matter, and even those who just watch streamers, can make sure that they are aware of the risks they are taking by playing copyrighted music, no matter how big these creators are. Hopefully you found this information helpful or interesting anyway, and as always, if you have any questions about this or any of the other videos that I make, feel free to drop by my DMCA safe streams every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday over on Twitch. So thank you very much for watching, like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, bye!